Hello, all the CA Inter students. This is your CA Kaushik Mukesh, and today we are going to talk about something very serious about your coming examination for the Jan 26 and thereafter. And the matter was very clear. It is with regard to how to approach towards the law paper. When I say law, I'm not talking about paper 2. I'm talking about paper 2 as well as your paper 3 law. One is company law and other laws. Another one is a direct tax law in GST law. Okay. So let us understand as to how to prepare for this. And there are so many important things to come at the last. Okay. So don't miss any part of this video because it will definitely change your mindset, understanding, and your strategy in preparation. Let's go into the main part of the video. See here, this is a strategy planner for law paper. This is regarding to paper 2. Same concept, whatever I said now is applicable also for paper 3. Okay. Number 1. Firstly, 70% marks, 70 marks are assured if you follow this pattern. Recent examination, people called it a tough paper, the law paper. Why it became tough? Let us concentrate on why it became tough paper. What is the definition of tough? A paper will be tough if you have done any of the 5 mistakes that I am going to show you now. Let's go into this. Number 1, the first mistake that we can do because of which the paper will become tough. Number 1, don't fall into the trap of expected questions. Okay, we are forced to give expected questions for good reasons because of students' demand. But if you stop asking that, we will stop giving it. Please do not go by any kind of expected questions in exam. Okay, I will give you one example. There will be in law paper, especially in paper 2. Let us take for example, if there are for example 13 chapters are there, 14 chapters are there in the syllabus. 14 chapters have to come for 120 marks in exam. Clear? So each chapter will come for somewhere around 8 marks. Okay. In each chapter, if I pick 8 to 10 topics and say these are expected questions, one among them as a fluke will definitely click in exam. That is not my greatness or your greatness. That is obviously happening thing. First understand, you stop asking expected questions, we will stop giving expected questions. Let us deal a professional course in a professional way. First thing, the main reason why paper became tough this time is just because of these nonsense expected questions. Please do not go by any expectation. Okay, that's why always expect the unexpected. Unexpected can't be expected. Then how you are expecting the unexpected? It's not possible. If you don't understand, go back and listen again. So therefore, don't expect anything to happen. Anticipation always kills in exam hall. Number 1, psychologically you will get disturbed if other than expected question comes in exam. So please do not encourage any kind of expected questions hereafter. Even if I put there, even if I say that these are all expected questions, please do not encourage that. Clear? Because it is for your wellness and well-being. You have to pass the examination without any kind of nonsense expectations. Number 2, say no to ABC analysis. On this I made a video already before exam. Who the hell we are to decide about what is ABC? We are ICA. I am setting question papers. First, you should think in a wise manner. You are a professional course student here. If someone comes and tells that ABC, like ABC, are we preparing question paper? Who we are to tell ABC? I have taken one example also in one of the latest videos. Say no to ABC analysis. Still, people are asking me before the examination. We are forced to give. You change, we will also change along with you. Clear? You don't demand any expected questions and ABC. We have nothing to do with expected questions and ABC. We will also have a ability to teach and responsibility to teach each and every concept. Number 3, say no to trends. Past, like this is the trend. MCQs will come from this. First question will come from this chapter. That also please stop. Trends are not followed by ICA. That is another reason why you are failing in law examination. and why you are branding it as a tough paper at the end. Number 4, say a big blatant no to any book other than institute study material, even if it is me. Already I said so many times I stopped giving any content material because to encourage students reading ISM. Clear? So that's why many students will ask, please provide content book. I stopped teaching from content book. I stopped giving content book. From where I am teaching? From Bare Act I am teaching. Reference book is our ISM. So I will tell you in the last part of this particular video, good amount of knowledge you will gain how to read ISM. Okay. So say big blatant no to any book other than ISM. You read any book you want with due respect to everyone, but please do not put ISM aside. They will ask questions from that. ISM is having good amount of illustrations inside. Follow that. Okay. Next one. No learning from question banks. Sir, what is this, sir? Learning is different. Testing the knowledge is different. Question bank should be used as a tool to test your knowledge. Some student, not some students, with due respect to each and everyone, I'm seeing so many students, they are studying from question banks. Why you will not fail? Why question paper will not be tough? You will be having a mindset, we have to read these questions. So questions will come in the same pattern. Your mind is pre-prepared, only it should be in the way in which you are expecting. It won't happen that way. When you will change. So please do not encourage any kind of learning from question bank. For what question bank should be used? Question banks should be used for testing your knowledge, not for learning. It is a past experience given in the form of a book. Please test your knowledge through question bank. Any question bank. With due respect to each and every faculty here. You read question bank only for testing the knowledge, but not for the purposes of learning. A fool will learn from question bank. So 5 don'ts. What are the 5 don'ts? Keep it in mind. No trap of expected questions. Don't encourage this. No trap of ABC. Don't encourage this. No trend analysis. And you read any book, but big blatant no beyond ISM. ISM is the first preference, and next any other book you read. Next one. No learning from question bank. If you follow all these things properly, why failure will come, I will see. And moreover, listen carefully. This time, question paper, tricky questions did not come. Comprehensive questions came. Don't get confused between tricky and comprehensive. Comprehensive questions will test your ability to read and understand the comprehension of what client is saying you. A client will come to us and he will tell so many hundreds of things. In that, what is important and what is unimportant, we need to sort out. On that basis, we need to give a judgment. So understand the difference between a tricky question and a comprehensive question. Paper might be tricky, but mainly it's a comprehension based question paper. So at the end, please at least now be wise when you are studying law paper. Do not do wrongs and then brand answer question paper as a tough paper. Please don't do that. Paper can never be tough. Okay. There are so many reviews which I received from my students directly. We read everything from the Bare Act and paper was not tough for us. Sir, I don't wanted to boast about that in public now, but I wanted to tell the truth behind the law paper. Law paper is no more expectation based, no more ABC based, no more question bank based. It is concept based. It is a Bare Act based. It is analytical based. It's time for you to change, or else group 1 will definitely become a nightmare for you. Now we learned all the don'ts. Now let's go into do's. What you need to do to get 70 plus in the paper in Jan attempt and thereafter. Number 1, learn, vision, revision. So many students are attending revision without having a proper vision first. If you have a vision, again if you see that, that becomes a revision. Vision A not there properly about the subject, you will directly come to revision. Then how come it will be possible for you to feel comfortable about the question paper? See what we are going to do. Learn. Learn means understanding not what it is, understanding why it is. Understanding why it is. Always try to understand. Law paper, the most important thing is not having a knowledge on what it is. You should have a knowledge on why it is. Okay. If Just what is there in the provision. This is the thing, this is the answer, this is the point. That is not sufficient. What it is, if you learn, if a question is twisted, then why will help you, not this what. Okay, always try to learn the logic behind the provision, not just the provision, because question paper is no more in that base. It is more interpretative based question paper. So what is not important, why is important. I will give you one example. Recently in one of the revision session also I quoted this. If you have a doubt, you can listen there. There also I told about logics only. See, there is one section called as section number 43, differential voting rights. Okay, if a company committed any offense under SEBI, FEMA, RBI Act, etc., and penalized for that offense, then for 3 years, in any of the last 3 years, if it is penalized, then it cannot go for a DVR issue. Okay, what is the provision? If any company made any kind of default and committed an offense, paid penalty under some specified acts of FEMA, SCRA, SEBI, etc., then such company, if it has done any kind of these defaults in the last 3 years, okay, it cannot go for DVR issue. What do you mean by last 3 years? 3 calendar years or 3 financial years? So on that I told one logical answer for that. Means what? For example, if a company committed offense today, okay, today, for example, today is September 11th. Today it committed an offense and paid a penalty. Okay. Now, 3 financial years, if you take 3 preceding financial years, we are in 2025. Means this will fall under 25-26. So 24-25, 23-24, 22-23. If you take these 3 years, okay, means from 1st April 24 to 25, from 1st April 23 to 24, from 1st April 22 to 23. If you take these 3, then offense committed just yesterday, means September 10th, 2025, even if offense is committed in paid penalty, this will not obstruct you from going for DVR. If you do not understand what I said, go back. This is not the moment to explain that. But what I am trying to tell is, know why provision came like that, not what. A graduate student will learn what it is. A professional student will learn why it is. Law is not about what, law is about why. Logic is important. Why public company 7 members? Why private company 2 members? Logic is there. If you understand, you will remember the provision, or else you will mug up the provisions. At last, you will not perform well in the exam hall. So logic you should understand. Lawmaker intent you should understand. Case laws you should read. Controversies you should know. If all these are known, then you are 100% ready for learning. Learning completed. In learning, there are 2 things. Understanding will be through the logic, lawmaker intent, case laws and controversies. Sir, I learned, sir. I understood everything, but I wanted to remember the content. Now study will start. Learning 2 parts, understanding and study. We are exactly trying to do learning equal to study. No, learning is not equal to study. Learning equal to understanding plus study. You are doing only this. Without doing this, gone. That's why law will take at least 140, 150 hours. Why it will take? Do you think I'm a fool? Each and every provision you have to understand. You need to understand, apply your mind, why it came. Then you become a perfect law student for a practice. And as well as for best marks in exam, latest question paper. Really, I love ICAI for that. Not for torturing the student, but for increasing the quality of the professional students. Next, study. ISM only. ISM provisions are given. Bare Act again given. Illustrations are given. Thoroughly you read. This is a stage 1 of our learning. Next, vision. Vision means what? Here starts the real game. See, I will read a provision. I will see the question bank. If that question came only once in exam, or it not given, question bank that pointer will not be there. Now your vision should start. How this question can be tested? Question bank already, if there is a question, then I know, okay, this section can be asked like this. At least some backing will be there. Has section A not asked till now? Then section 111 is there. Section 111 is not properly tested any time before. That's why in class I spent 2.5 hours on section 111. Why? To envision how many permutations are there. A section 111 can be tested in exam. That I will help you. That's why this time, do you know what I am doing? I am preparing a comprehensive questionnaire book for law, and I am releasing it as a separate course in itself at a nominal price for all the students. Which one? Questionnaire analysis. Do you know what does it mean? I will take one section, I will take one clause or subclause or proviso, multiple types of how this proviso can be tested. In already you might have read the Bail Act, learn everything is done, but you wanted to envision how the questions can come in a worst case scenario. For that, point by point, I am coming with another video to show how I am preparing the questionnaire material. That will become the India's best questionnaire material. It will definitely blow your mind. What I am going to do, I will take one section or a subsection. I will tell how many permutations this question can be tested, such that you will become perfect. Your mind will be clear in terms of understanding. So write in a book multiple options that are possible for a question. Okay, that I will do. You need not. Revision, finally, exam ki 1 month before or 15 days before we will do na. Any revision that you can do from the charts material. Learning should not be from charts. Studying should not be from charts. Revision should be from the charts, because already you had a vision. You do all these do's. You don't do all these don'ts. Definitely you will get 70 plus in the paper. Question paper will never become tough for you. It's time to change. Unnecessarily don't waste your attempts by going by wrong planning and wrong strategies. Don't expect anything. Don't ask expected questions as well. Don't go by any ABC analysis. Hundreds of times I'm shouting in class why there is a need for me to teach each and every section here. Bail Act, if I take na section, subsection, clause, subclause, proviso, illustration, explanation, each and every word, nook and corner we are explaining means what is the intent behind? Learn in that way. That is the way of learning the law. Law is not about reading some book like a newspaper. You should read from Bail Act. So please, it's time for you to change. Become the change, bring the change, make the change, and then you will become a light for the next coming generation of students. Seeing you, they will also learn in the same way. Tell them what is CA course, tell them what is a professional course all about. It is not about some bunch of expected questions. You are doing those expected questions, those are not coming in exam. You are at last you are crying in the exam hall. Why? Who asked you to follow those expected questions? ABC analysis, trends, patterns, summary. Even if I say read the charts material, that's why I don't encourage anything like that. Okay, at the last moment, charts will be definitely useful. 100% I will say go by charts. But you are learning also from the charts, yeah. Because I saw so many students who are attending live in YouTube, they are learning for the first time from the charts. Please don't do that. Learn properly, take time, but write exam with full confidence. Okay, all the very best, and don't forget, I will be always there for you. In my Telegram group, you can put me messages. Whatever you have a doubt, we will clarify there. Okay, I am there, and in the same Telegram group, another Karthik Manikonda sir is there. So many good amount of faculties are also there. They will definitely clarify your doubts. So you can happily join and you can get your doubts clarified there itself. Clear? So go by a right pattern, go by a right methodology, go by a right thinking. Okay? Don't forget that you are going to be a professional very soon. So think like a professional, be like a professional. Okay? All the very best. Love you all. And we are always there for you to support in examinations. Thank you.